What if humans had gills and could breathe underwater just like fish? How great would it be to swim with dolphins and sea turtles for as long as you wanted? This is Anythink Library, and here's what would happen if we could breathe underwater. Humans, for certainly, aren't adapted for aquatic living. How long can you hold your breath? If you're not a skilled freediver and you don't belong to the Bajau people, who can stay underwater for up to 13 minutes, then you can probably only hold your breath for around 2 minutes. But with little expertise, it's feasible you'd want to resign after just 30 seconds. If only we could take a deep breath underwater, our lives would never be the same. Or would they? It turns out that only possessing the potential to take oxygen out of the water wouldn't be enough to convert you into a full-time aquatic resident. Why? If you migrated to the deep ocean, you'd suffer from hypothermia. That's when your body temperature goes below 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Your heart and your brain system crumble, and your organs are on their path to complete collapse. You couldn't survive in freezing water for more than 90 minutes. But what if you didn't go that deep? Could you settle down on the surface? Well, when we indicated our bodies aren't exactly equipped for living underwater, we didn't mean merely breathing. Not only do we not have enough body hair or fat to warm ourselves up in cold water and prevent hypothermia, but we also lack flippers. Of course, you may get a pair of them, but let's be honest, our limbs aren't extremely efficient when it comes to swimming. Also, our eyes aren't adapted to gaze underwater. But if you weren't near the coral reefs, there wouldn't be much to see anyhow. Expect 24 hours of darkness. Partly muddy. You'd need to learn sign language as you wouldn't be able to speak a word. There would be nothing to make your vocal cords work. Not after your lungs fill up with water. And forget about SMS messaging. In fact, forget about any electronics that aren't water resistant. If you ever put your phone in a pool, you know that it just wouldn't operate. And just image having your food delivered underwater. Ever tried eating spaghetti at the bottom of the sea? Gills wouldn't enable us to travel underwater, but they'd assist us in many other ways. Underwater buildings would be substantially safer. Falling down a tower in the sea wouldn't kill you. We may transition to a new public transportation system. The flowing rivers would bring you to your objective. Just don't forget your neoprene jumpsuit to keep you warm. On these undersea expeditions, we'd observe how polluted our waters are. Sooner or later, we'd start cleaning up all the rubbish we've been dumping into the oceans and all the pollutants we've thrown in there. We'd start growing a lot more salt-tolerant crops. Quinoa, beets, sea kale to feed ourselves, and other plants like widgeon grass to feed fish and shrimp. Gills would, in fact, transform our life. Maybe one day, with the wonder of bioengineering, we'll be able to take that deep breath underwater.